This show furnished by Karl Gerber and Employment Lawyers Group.
Oh yeah, the lawyer's gonna represent you. Oh yeah, the lawyer knows just what to do. Oh yeah, the
Talk Radio 790 KABC. You're listening to the Karl Gerber Workplace Lawyer Show, and I'm Karl Gerber. Good morning, LA. There is no traffic, I guess. Well, just let those clear rays of sunshine filter into the purity of your health and well-being this morning. We're going to practice positive thinking. Positive thinking makes the brain 31% more effective. Are positive workplaces 31% more efficient?
How do I fit into this?
To tell you the truth, I'm not sure.
Then why am I here?
Must we talk existentialism so early in the morning?
We should.
Look, I'm provided with guests for this show, and part of the mystique is I'm supposed to figure out how they relate to labor law, especially when most of the time they're sex workers.
I'm in a health and wellness profession. Maybe that's why I was asked to come down here on the 405.
Oh, yes, there is a benefit. Is there a benefit in an employer providing health and wellness to their employees?
If an employer would give me a chance, a regular gig, I'd turn those little worker petals into smiles and a relaxed nervous system.
One of the trends I've noticed is a lot of corporate gyms are closing. After the recession, they think it's too much excess, or the landlord wants to raise the rent and the employer decides it isn't worth supporting the underutilized gym.
Underutilized? That's what they're saying about me at work.
Maybe you could tell us a little about your qualifications in the health and wellness industry.
My formal training concluded with a final exam held on the last day of the course. Course participants had to successfully pass both elements of the exam, displaying proficiency in their knowledge and practical skills in order to receive their certificate.
How was your proficiency?
Perfect.
I love all this positive language. Perfect, proficient.
The exam included a theoretical exam of 30 multiple-choice questions in 30 minutes.
It was more than 26 years ago, but I think the multiple choice on the bar exam was at least half a day, if not longer.
Did you pass?
I did pass the bar on the first time when I took it, at the ripe age of 23. That year, my law school had an 80% bar passage rate for the first time in years.
What a coincidence. We needed an 80% passage rate on the multiple choice.
Well, back when I took the bar, they had something called the practical exam, where we were supposed to write a memo to the senior partner of the law firm about how we would approach or solve a legal problem.
Our air signs must be sympatric.
Not that I know what that means, but why do you say that?
Well, in order to culminate from my formals, an 80% passing rate was required on the multiple section, and we also had a practical exam.
What happened during the practical exam?
We did 15 to 30-minute massages to one of our peers.
Massages?
Should I go into more detail?
I'm afraid you should. You aren't a masseuse, are you?
In a way.
Well, did they grade the massages?
Points are awarded based on the proctor's observations.
What would the proctor observe?
First things first. We'd have to get the vaginal mapping right.
Mapping? So nothing got lost?
We don't use objects.
Oh, you're a doula, aren't you? Yeah, okay. The massage is supposed to relax the pregnant lady.
You have to be careful when approaching pregnant women.
Yeah, I once got jumped by one in the parking lot of Jerry's Deli. It was a very unpleasant experience. That's why I started religiously working out when I was 18. I was pretty thin back then. I only went to the gym every other day. There was no way I was ever going to be beat up by a pregnant woman again.
She would have benefited by the teachings of Shakti childbirth. It's a wonderful time. It isn't the time or place to be jumping for young men in the parking lot of a deli.
Really? I mean, the kid she had could be like 31 or 32 by now. I hope they aren't jumping college students in the parking lot because they took their space by accident.
I can tell you are still very affected by this experience.
Speaking of healthcare professionals, I mean, her boyfriend, he was a chiropractor. Both of them beat me up and ripped my shirt.
She wasn't a goddess.
We talked about the overuse of the term goddess on the last show.
Shakti's name should not be spoken in vain.
I would say not. I mean, I feel like I've heard that somewhere before.
You seem very spiritual. I saw you look towards the east a minute ago.
Oh, I was trying to see if the security guard was around. Maybe it's a little bit of PTSD from the deli parking lot incident of '88.
Rechannel. Take a deep breath. Think about the waves slowly rocking up and down, up and down. The surf comes in faster and faster, and white bubbles wash up into the virgin sand.
So, have you delivered a lot of babies?
Only my own children.
You delivered your own children?
Mr. Gerber, I am very in touch with my womb.
Whew, I was a little worried there for a minute when you talked about the mapping and everything. I mean, I thought maybe you weren't exactly sure where all those things were.
Before the conception, I had a thorough steaming.
What conception?
When I conceived my children.
What did you steam? I mean, the carpet? The couch? Oh, I know. Maybe your car interior.
You really have no idea.
You don't have any furniture?
A proper steaming may cleanse and release deeply held feelings or emotions. The steaming is the beginning of the healing process from psychological trauma and repressed emotions.
Whew, I mean, that sounds deep. Hey, yeah, I bet it is. That would help a lot of my clients who experience emotional distress at work. Maybe victims of race discrimination, too.
Sexual abuse also.
If you could give us more information, maybe we could recommend this steaming as a resource. I guess the clients could, they could make it an item of medical specials. That's special damages on their cases.
The spiritual and energetic benefits are immense.
What exactly does the steaming do?
It purifies the core. It releases energy and emotions that no longer serve their womb in a positive way.
Now, is that a fact?
The practice of steaming dates back to ancient times in African, Asian, Indian, Mayan, and Native American culture. It helps to maintain female reproductive health. It's like taking your car in for preventive maintenance, bleeding of the brakes, greasing the wheels, changing the oil filter.
Okay, I'm putting 2 steam showers in the guest house I'm building and a dry sauna. I mean, I didn't know steam was so important.
Are you considering doing V-steams in your guest house?
V-steams. It's for those guests and people who want to come over and use the place like a resort. They are free to do whatever they want in there as long as they don't damage anything.
There's the Bajos, the Chayok. It's all womb therapy.
I actually thought that psychologists were backing away from so much reliance on womb theories.
I'm not a psychologist.
This is sort of like a guessing game. I mean, I guess you aren't a doula. You aren't a psychologist. You said you do massages, and we've already got Nizuki, the world-famous neuronurse, making regular appearances on this show. I don't think we need any more massage experts.
I was sent here by your show sponsor.
I
have excellent credentials and excellent references.
Well, that might help in getting a job if you've been fired.
I think that might be happening.
I hate to say it, but I don't usually get involved in an employment case until someone's fired. The exceptions are unpaid wages, sexual harassment, or work injury.
Well, I'm pretty sure they're considering firing me due to that new AB5 thing where I can't be an independent contractor anymore.
Do you want to be an independent contractor?
Not really.
Well, like everyone else, geez.
Yeah, like everyone else, I'd prefer vacation pay, sick pay, health insurance, the comradeship of wombs, and all the benefits of working for somebody.
Ma'am, how do you know you're going to be fired?
I heard my employer talking about it.
Well, if you are fired, and if you're fired for complaining about something illegal or because of a protected characteristic like age, disability, medical condition, race, saying no to sexual harassment, then I'd like you to call me at 877-525-0700 so I can take your case. Yes, 877-525-0700.
Why are you repeating your phone number?
Well, because somebody might need to write it down. 877-525-0700 during normal business hours for a real California employee lawyer.
I might just have to be calling you.
Well, hopefully not. Sometimes employers talk and it never happens, but it could be a message they want you to quit. Oh, right. You're listening to the Karl Gerber Workplace Lawyer Show. I have no idea why this guest is here. I guess Remus Helm Center. If you're live streaming on the Karl Gerber with the K channel, maybe you have a little bit better idea why she's here, because I don't know. So keep listening, and when we come back, maybe we'll find out what she does in the health and wellness profession on Talk Radio 790 KABC.
I'm a qualified masseuse. I massage. My number one client is John Travolta. Heaps of people book me.
Since 1993, the Employment Lawyers Group has been a consistent force in fighting for the rights of California employees. They've represented thousands of employees in cases in which they've lost their jobs, been sexually harassed, discriminated against at work, or owed wages individually or as a group, such as a class action. The Employment Lawyers Group has maintained a high win rate and a serious record before the California courts. Please call 877-525-0700 for an experienced work lawyer. That's 877-525-0700. They have call takers standing by. Online, research the firm at worklawyerca.com. They have offices throughout Southern California. If you hire the Employment Lawyers Group, your legal problem becomes theirs to solve.
You're in charge of hiring, and Indeed has solutions, like online skills tests, which let a candidate show that they're the right hire. And we give you this magic music, which will inspire the perfect hire to begin clog dancing. Okay, there's no magic music, but skills tests, that's a for sure.
See why independent research by Silk Road shows Indeed delivers 3 times more hires than any other job site. Post your next job at Indeed.com/hire and try skills tests for free. Terms and conditions apply.
Your home is important. That's why Geico helps make it easy to save on homeowners insurance. Because home is more than just a place. Home is where you build a giant pillow fort in your living room. And when people ask why you have a pillow fort in your living room, you say it's for your dog. And when they ask, well, what kind? You say, chocolate lab. And weave a web of lies that's almost as intricate as the crown molding in Fort Pillow. The Geico Insurance Agency could help protect the pillow-soft fortress you call home. Call Geico and see how easy it is to switch and save on homeowners insurance.
Today on Hey Culligan, softer equals better. Here's a tweet from @Itchy in Idaho. Hey Culligan, my laundry is so scratchy I just cut myself on a cable knit sweater. Any suggestions? #send help. Hey @Itchy in Idaho. Yes, the Culligan high efficiency water softener will make that thing so soft it'll go from cable knit to cable knot. Itchy. #soft laundry. #already on the way. Let us help you out with the free in-home water test with a local Culligan water expert at heyculligan.com.
Hi, Saver. Walgreens here. We like the way you save. Take coffee. You know it doesn't have to cost $4 a cup, so you make your own. And co-pays on Medicare Part D. You save up to $5 and get 100 balanced rewards points on each prescription when Walgreens is your preferred pharmacy. Save smartly on Med D. Walgreens. Trusted since 1901. Copay savings on Tier 1 generic drugs available through select plans that include Walgreens as a preferred pharmacy. Points cannot be earned in Arkansas, New Jersey, or New York. Complete details at walgreens.com/balance.
Oh yeah, the lawyer's gonna represent you. Oh yeah, the lawyer
Talk Radio 790 KBC. You're listening to the Karl Gerber Workplace Lawyer Show, and I'm Karl Gerber. I was just handed a little message. It says, pillow forts are good places for Yoni massages and a water softener for thigh towels. And no, they're not covered by Medicare. I have absolutely no idea what that means. All right, we got a lady here. I don't know what she's why she's here, and she's telling me something about that they may want her to quit her job.
Here's what they're saying about me.
Who's saying this?
People.
She sounds different. Well, I suffer from anxiety. It started to take over my life. Why am I reading this? It's her phone. It says, okay, I researched what I could do without getting into a lot of little pink pills and maybe even the turquoise pills that come in neat shapes that Dr. Zhivago prescribes. I thought about yoga, but that might be a group experience. She offered me a one-on-one. At first, I was apprehensive. I'd never let a woman... Oh, wow! What? Huh?
A lot of first-timers are apprehensive. What kind of massages do you get?
None. I mean, zero. I'm not into having strangers touch me. I also remember trying a case in about 2009, and the defense lawyer's husband contracted some bizarre, life-threatening virus from going to some massage place. It's just not for me.
Then how do you know so much about neuromassages?
You had a different voice before we broke. What happened? Well, research. Research is why I know about neuromassages. I mean, I've consulted with Nazuki. I mean, not in how she'd give me a neuromassage, but what's all involved in one?
I ate Nazuki. I ate Nazuki. I hate Nazuki.
I'm glad she's not saying she ate her. I mean, do you feel better now with having said that?
Oh, gosh, I really should give myself a steaming.
Oh, yeah, that might help get out all those bad feelings.
I feel awful. Hate is such a negative word. Now my brain won't function right.
Well, why do you? I mean, I won't say the bad H word. Why do you dislike Nazuki?
Everybody wants a neuromassage. 500 people come to those hotel ballrooms around the Burbank airport and watch her and the nurses sleep and slide. Some come hoping they will be called from the audience. Others just get, watching those demonstrations. She's always flying to the big cities like Traverse City in Michigan, Issei in Japan, where they have all those shrines.
Now, how do you know Nazuki? I mean, other than by reputation, presumably.
She's Remus Helms' girlfriend. How could I possibly not know her?
You know Remus Helms? I mean, personally?
How do you think I got on this show?
Excuse me, there's something I have to say. This program has been made possible through a generous grant from the Helm Foundation's $5.14 billion in funding and 14 inches of endowment.
There are health benefits to men being steamed too, you know?
I've heard that going into a steam shower really opens up your lungs. It helps asthma. It might rid your body of something your body considers toxic.
Yes, you should come by for a steaming sometime.
Well, not that I would, but where do you work?
I'm working in Sun Valley, California right now, but I have a small steam facility on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Where exactly on Santa Monica Boulevard?
There's a very tiny salon. They have a very tiny bathroom. Minusculo for men and minuscular for women. The woman who owns the salon is a specialist in big toe massages. They do them in the bathroom.
This sounds vaguely familiar. There was a woman with an ambiguous accent on this show who she denied she was from every country in Eastern Europe. Who had a place like you're talking about.
Yes, she was on episode 57 of this show. She was sent here by Remus Helms.
Oh, it was ridiculous. I mean, she didn't have set prices for haircuts. There was some mediator who paced around in front, and he mediated the prices of the haircuts.
That is a little bizarre, strange.
A little?
I'd like to find a steam facility somewhere else, but that's all I can afford right now.
Where is the steam facility?
It's in her bathroom in the tiny salon.
Oh, she said that bathroom was so small, people had to sit on the toilet when they got their big toes massaged.
It's not a toilet.
What is it?
It's a latrine-shaped structure that is cut out on the bottom for steaming.
That is weird.
How else can it be done? It's much more discreet that way. A woman can wear the traditional Yoni steam gown.
That's interesting. I'm not really familiar with that.
It's a gown that is very wide from the waist down.
It sounds like a lot of trouble to wear.
It's actually very comfortable.
You know, I guess I wouldn't know. I mean, I don't wear gowns.
I don't much either. I prefer to go to work in loose-fitting white pants and white blouse.
Sort of like what they wear for surgeries?
Yes, but even cleaner. I test the bacteria count before I put on my pants. They aren't just white for show.
Well, but in that tiny bathroom where they massage the big toe, I don't know if that room gets disinfected.
Seriously, Mr. Gerber, I would never use that room before disinfecting it to the standards of periodontal surgery.
Oh, you take your job very seriously.
It's not just a job.
Well, yeah, I mean, your business, too.
I am licensed, and it is a calling.
Well, being licensed can be a factor sometimes, allowing somebody to be classified as an independent contractor.
Just because my job is a little bit unusual, that doesn't mean I am not an employee.
No, there are many unusual jobs, and people who do them are employees. Take, for instance, the people who pump methane gas out of the street.
That's quite a good metaphor for what I do.
What exactly do you do?
It can be said that I pump blood.
Are you a heart?
You are an employment lawyer, right?
Yeah, I mean, lots of people call me at 877-525-0700 to get me to sue their employer because they were wrongfully terminated. Others call 877-525-0700 so I can represent them in a sexual harassment lawsuit.
So let me guess. Others call you at 877-525-0700 to see if you will sue their terrible ex-employers for breach of contract.
Well, that's right.
What exactly does an employment lawyer do?
Absolutely nothing.
I am still confused. What does an employment lawyer do?
Puka, puka, muka, puka, muka. Do you like cigars?
That's what I said.
Do I look like Bill Clinton?
That's one of the big mistakes people make about a Yoni massage. They think it might be like that.
No, there's no accent. I mean, that's completely bizarre. As if this whole conversation wasn't. I mean, the whole Monica Lewinsky thing was so long ago. I don't think that too many people under 35 even know all those specifics about the cigar.
You were around in the late 90s.
In fact, the cigar shop on Seinfeld is the building next to my Sherman Oaks office. It's not a cigar shop anymore.
Do you believe the increase in cigar sales was due to the whole Monica Lewinsky thing?
Well, the best I can say is the cigar boom started in 92 or 93. Supply peaked in 97. Maybe all that supply sitting around would have rotted had it not been for the whole Monica Lewinsky thing. I think a lot of wannabe politicians, even wannabe perverts back then, I mean, they didn't know about Cosby. Well, the newcomers started smoking long cigars, or at least pretending they smoked the cigars, and they brought them on dates because they were hoping to achieve what Bill Clinton achieved.
Impeachment?
No, I was rather thinking about disbarment in the state of Arkansas.
Personally, I saw a bust in the whole Yoni business around 98.
Gosh, I never thought about it. I mean, maybe a lot of women needed cleansing around that time with all the cigars running around and hopefully ruining those guys' careers by now.
I got licensed around that time.
Okay, this is the Karl Gerber Workplace Lawyer Show. We have a weird guest, and I think it's going to get stranger in the next segment because she steams people in a tiny salon's bathroom where they do the big toe wash. But what she steams them on isn't really a toilet, it's a latrine. So, yeah, I really am a workplace lawyer, and I get these weird guests from Remus Helms. You know how it is, and it makes the show fun. All right, Talk Radio 790 KBC. We'll be back in a minute.
Heaps of people book me in all the time. The guy who bloody rings up.
Since 1993, the Employment Lawyers Group has been a results-oriented law firm whose goal is to get the client what they deserve. They've represented thousands of California employees who've lost their jobs, been sexually harassed, subjected to employment discrimination, or were owed wages on an individualized or group basis, such as a class action. They have a high rate of success. There are few situations involving employment law that they have not confronted. At the forefront of employee rights, they're often the first employee law firm to confront a new legal issue. For an experienced employment lawyer, call 877-525-0700. That's 877-525-0700. They have call takers standing by. Online, read more about the firm at employeelawca.com. They have offices throughout Southern California. Make your work problem theirs to solve.
Let's say you just bought a house. Bad news is, you're one step closer to becoming your parents. Soon you'll have a separate fridge in the basement, where extra groceries are exiled forever. Remember that frozen lasagna? Of course you don't. It's been down there since 2008. Good news is, it's easy to bundle home and auto through Progressive and save on your car insurance. Piece of cake. Behind the lasagna. It's very old. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Discount not available in all states or situations.
You're in charge of hiring. And Indeed has solutions, like online skills tests, which let a candidate show that they're the right hire. And we give you this magic music, which will inspire the perfect hire to begin clog dancing. Okay, there's no magic music, but skills tests, that's a for sure.
See why independent research by Silk Road shows Indeed delivers 3 times more hires than any other job site. Post your next job at Indeed.com/hire and try skills tests for free. Terms and conditions apply.
Keeps coming. You know what to do.
Hey, I'm gonna just rip this Band-Aid off. We need to break up. You're not good for me. I'm always sweaty and uncomfortable around you, and I'm not getting any benefits from this relationship. You're just a basic memory foam mattress. I deserve better. And before you ask, yes, there is someone else. I've been seeing the purple mattress online for a while now. Don't blame yourself. How can you compete with a bed that totally supports me, hugs my pressure points, and sleeps so effortlessly cool? Not to mention the 100-night trial and free shipping. Now that's a bed with benefits. It'll make me feel better than you ever could.
Break up with your old mattress and get with Purple today. Take advantage of Purple's Snorin' 20 sale and get free sheets and a premium sleep mask when you buy any Purple mattress. That's up to a $158 value. Claim your free premium Purple gifts today by texting LOVE to 84888. That's keyword LOVE to 84888. Data rates may apply.
AM 790
ABC.
KABC News, live and local. I am Tom Looney. A woman having a good time, enjoying a slice of pizza at an outdoor cafe in Venice Beach, was ambushed by a homeless guy who tried to snatch her 6-year-old daughter. Channel 5 caught up with the miffed mom.
And I put my leg out to kick him and be like, don't touch my daughter. But all he was saying is, I need to take her. I need to save her.
The deranged guy's been arrested for attempted kidnapping. He's 31 years old and he's pleading not guilty. An Orange County Uber driver's in jail. The guy is 43 and he's charged with sexually assaulting a drunk female passenger that he picked up at the Tustin police station. Amir Atia could get 6 years in prison if he's convicted on all the stuff he's charged with. Today's Powerball jackpot is up to $277 million, but don't get too excited. It's really only worth $111 million after taxes. I'm Tom Looney, KABC News.
Oh yeah, represent you. Oh yeah, the lawyer.
I don't know if I'm going to represent anyone. This is the Karl Gerber Workplace Lawyer Show. I'm Karl Gerber. I'm a real workplace lawyer licensed in 4 states, and we've got a crazy woman here going between voices. And ma'am, I am still unclear what you do and what your license is.
I am a licensed tantra massage.
Oh, no more of these perverted massage things. I mean, we've already got Nazuki, who's a regular on this show.
I hate Nazuki.
Well, she's a very interesting woman now that I've gotten to know her.
I'm sure you have.
But really, I mean, there's more to life than Tantra.
There is?
Sure. There's a whole great big world out there of disappointments, downfalls, downturns, and erectile dysfunction.
Did you know the Surgeon General encourages men to steam?
I did now. I think getting all hot under the collar and yelling at somebody is a bad idea. I mean, remember that the brain functions better when it's in a positive mood. I learned a long time ago to be calm, even when the most absurd testimony is coming out of the witness, or a judge is being unfair, or opposing counsel is trying to make fun of your case.
In the case of men, steaming can relieve pain and inflammation.
What kind of inflammation?
You had the soldier on this show, Sergeant Captain Friday. He's the guy whose genital was being held hostage by Myron Alfombra, pronounced matting but spelled M&M, in the same place as the Iraq missiles the U.S. never found. He would have benefited from steaming. He had a minor sexual injury that turned into a major sexual injury, and we all know what happened.
How in the world would his steam help that man? And besides, Myron Alfombra, pronounced matting, but spelled M&M, pulled that most diabolical bait and switch, fixing him up with a 1.5 centimeter job.
Steaming can cure prostate disorders.
It's another accent. I mean, this sounds dubious, your claim.
Steaming for men can cure erectile dysfunction.
I thought it reduces inflammation.
Mr. Gerber, what were you thinking?
I'm having a really difficult time following this steaming thing.
Yes. Steam therapy is good for you and your metabolism, stress too. Being a lawyer is stressful, no? It's a stressful profession. You should try it.
I'm just not finding that I'm experiencing these health problems you're referring to.
I am fully licensed.
Who issued the license?
The same place where I took the multi-choice test and scored above 80%.
Well, you're not licensed by the Department of Consumer Affairs. I mean, like a medical professional is, are you?
Not the Department of Consumer Affairs. They think we are sex workers.
Oh, no. This is where we stop. I don't want to give people the wrong impression, and they think this is a labor law show about sex workers.
I practice the art of vaginal wellness.
Yeah, I'm not trying to mock this, but how is this an art? And B, well, I'm afraid to ask. How do you practice this particular discipline?
We do mapping. We do steaming. We do the massage.
All right, I'm going to have to look this up on the internet.
Women sit in an enclosed room in a full-length gown. It is called a Yoni gown. They will sit down on what is called a Yoni chair. It is fully cushioned with an opening for the steam magic. After each steaming, the cushion is fully sanitized to the standards of a gallbladder surgery for the geese.
You know, I don't believe this.
Mr. Gerber, where have you been all your life? All holed up in the Inland Empire?
I most certainly don't hole up in Remus Helm's worldwide distribution center in Fontana, where he has a bunch of procreating sex robots who are causing, tiny earthquakes in Fontana due to excess fluids getting into the magna of the earth. Because those earthquakes are called Swarmageddon, and because those are real, and because Remus Helm sponsors the show, I was forced to cover that ungodly, completely unseemly subject matter on episode 63 of his show.
That was some of... stop. That was some of the best coverage I've ever heard of Swarmageddon. I've been paying a lot of attention. One of my best girlfriends lives in Fontana, in a cute little cookie-cutter tract home not too far from that dreadful phallic-shaped distribution center. Her bed was rocking and shaking every night, every morning. The poor lady, she didn't get any rest.
Well, I hope you offered her the relaxation of one of your massages.
Of course I did. She told everybody in Anaheim I changed the way she thought about her reproductive organs forever.
Huh?
I am telling you, these Yoni massages can change a woman's life, their spiritual life, their physical health, their menstrual cycle, their sex life, and work life. That's why you should pay attention.
It may also change the way somebody talks. I can't keep up with this woman. I mean, okay, so, miss, where do you get these massages? I want to make sure I'm miles away.
As I tell my friends, I have 2 locations.
What a business.
Oh, the business is just a side thing. Remember, I am an employee.
Where are you employed?
It's a very unusual ranch.
It's a very unusual ranch? I mean, I think that's what she said. We've heard about a few very unusual ranches on this show. We had Tricked Out Billy on episode 73, the most personable resort owner, but really nowhere near Temecula or the wine country. It turned out her husband, Slick Willie, went down in a naked plus skydiving accident. Well, he got prickled by a cactus, and that ranch turned out to be a nudist retreat.
I've heard about that place. A lot of the people where I work have been there. But the ranch I work at isn't anything like that. They don't walk around nude.
Well, thank God for that.
But a lot of them are swingers. Not all of them. I heard first they were the nudists. I heard first were the nudists over at Tricked Out Billy's ranch. And naturally, like always, the swingers followed.
Well, but on your ranch, I mean, on the ranch you work, I mean, at first there were swingers and the nudists didn't follow?
Yeah, that is sort of strange. It's usually the other way around.
Yeah, really. So what city did you say you work in again?
Sun Valley, California.
Well, I guess there were a lot of ranches there at one time. I mean, now it's mostly garbage dumps, rock quarries, truck yards, heavy industry, junk yards, too.
Oui, I am employed at over at the biggest ranch in Sun Valley, California.
Oh, no!
Yes, it's a cultural phenomenon over there. The owner has a mile-long bed. The late, great Tom Wolfe compared it to a thriving ancient metropolis, but mostly the Red District.
You can't be. No!
I can't be what? I'll be a Hungarian Yoni lady.
You work at Remus Helm's Cosplay Ostrich Ranch? You're the Yoni lady he talked on and on about in the last episode of this show, which can be heard on the Karl Gerber with a K channel on YouTube.
I know. That's why he's going to fire me cause of AB5.
He also mentioned there wasn't much demand for your services.
If straight women would just give the Yoni massage a chance.
The steaming?
No, the other thing I do.
Well, you can market the whole steam process more, I suppose.
I should run pay-per-click advertising on Google and Facebook.
Listeners, this is merely a preview of how depraved the world might become if we elect a Democrat in 2020.
Hey, are you a woman hater?
Of course not. I just have to make this whole thing fit in a conservative talk radio station.
If they are so conservative, what are they doing on the left coast? Maybe they're just pretend conservatives.
Oh, no, they're really hardcore. They even have their own Yoni gowns. All right, listeners, this is the Karl Gerber Workplace Lawyer Show. You're listening to talk radio, and I am a real workplace lawyer, and the cases are as crazy as what you're hearing. So if you know someone was sexually harassed, that is actually what I do. Normal business hours, 877-525-0700. Unpaid wages, 877-525-0700. You want to sue because you're misclassified, 877-525-0700. And don't get one of those awful massages. Talk Radio 790 KBC.
John, whoa! John Travolta!
Hi, Saver. Walgreens here. We like the way you save. Take coffee. You know it doesn't have to cost $4 a cup, so you make your own. And co-pays on Medicare Part D. You save up to $5 and get 100 balance rewards points on each prescription when Walgreens is your preferred pharmacy. Save smartly on Med D. Walgreens. Trusted since 1901. Copay savings on Tier 1 generic drugs available through select plans that include Walgreens as a preferred pharmacy. Points cannot be earned in Arkansas, New Jersey, or New York. Complete details at walgreens.com/balance.
At Aaron's, we believe in the magic of wintertime more. That magic that comes from good people out there, always helping others, working hard and providing for those they love, no matter what. So why are there so many stores unwilling to work with some good people? Just because your credit isn't the best doesn't mean your TV or refrigerator can't be. That's why at Aaron's, we work with you. So you can get flexible lease-to-own plans that fit your budget. Because good people always deserve better. Aaron's. Easy, beautiful, affordable.
Today on Hey Culligan, softer equals better. Here's a tweet from Ed Itchy in Idaho. Hey Culligan, my laundry is so scratchy I just cut myself on a cable knit sweater. Any suggestions? Hashtag send help. Hey, Ed Itchy in Idaho. Yes, the Culligan high efficiency water softener will make that thing so soft it'll go from cable knit to cable knot. Itchy. Hashtag soft laundry. Hashtag already on the way. Let us help you out with the free in-home water test with a local Culligan water expert at heyculligan.com.
Hi, Saver. Walgreens here. We like the way you save. Take coffee. You know it doesn't have to cost $4 a cup, so you make your own. And co-pays on Medicare Part D. You save up to $5 and get 100 balance rewards points on each prescription when Walgreens is your preferred pharmacy. Save smartly on Med D. Walgreens. Trusted since 1901. Copay savings on Tier 1 generic drugs available through select plans that include Walgreens as a preferred pharmacy. Points cannot be earned in Arkansas, New Jersey, or New York. Complete details at walgreens.com/balance.
Oh yeah, the lawyer's gonna represent you.
Talk Radio 790 KBC. You're listening to the Karl Gerber Workplace Lawyer Show. I'm Karl Gerber. I'm a real workplace lawyer, and we have the Yoni lady here.
Yeah, so I'm doing a winter boutique at the mall on Fashion Island in Newport. We'll be displaying all of the latest flowing Yoni steam gowns.
You know, remind me not to go south that weekend.
You know, there's a whole group of citizens saying I'm invading the orange curtains. As a Hungarian citizen, I just might have the right to go behind the orange curtain, as Meghan Markle has to gallivant around Canada eating English bacon.
You know, I think you're right. I mean, I guess maybe. Really?
I've got some big events booked around town here. A group of girls from Brentwood are having a pampering party tomorrow. One of them rented out the steam room over at the Ritz-Carlton in Marina del Rey.
Do I know any of these people? Hopefully not.
I'm pretty sure Mindy Goldman, the overprotective mother, is going. Lisa Glickman, too.
Can I make a suggestion?
Sure, anything you like.
Cancel the event!
Now, Mr. Gerber, it will be a relaxing afternoon, even with those two.
I'm sure they'll be on their best verbal behavior, all excited about the steam and the wine and probably your appetizers that will send them into endive heaven. But both of them are trained in the defensive butt mechanism. Their glutes are weapons. I saw it with my own eyes when Mindy Goldman knocked that noob woman out with her behind on episode 83.
Those women will be engaged in a ritual that will allow them to honor, reconnect, and take ownership of their reproductive systems. Once they reconnect with whatever is left of their reproductive systems, the last thing on their minds will be pelting somebody with their rear ends.
I certainly hope so.
Don't you prefer au natural?
You know, not always, but definitely when sanding and staining wood.
Yes, the Yoni massage lubricates. It is better than a suppository.
I'm going to have to stop you from giving medical advice.
Mr. Gerber, I am licensed. I passed the multiple choice test. I passed the practical exam. I demonstrated practical skills.
Practical for who?
Mr. Gerber, are you a sexist?
Oh, you're right. Your skills in that regard are practical. Perhaps you could do a classroom training for men. They'd become better husbands, lovers too. You could get mock body organs like expert witnesses bring to trial to, demonstrate how the back works.
That's an interesting idea. But we won't be massaging the back.
Oh, of course not. That would be too normal.
How about using one of Remus Helms's recalled sex robots to demonstrate the technique of Shakti?
There's been more than one recall.
Nazuki decided she didn't want a bunch procreating sex robots that looked like her running around. She says the word and the whole lot of them ends up at 99-cent store. I hate Nazuki.
They're selling that model for 99 cents?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm skeptical the 99-cent store would sell something like that.
Some of the guys were talking out on the ranch. The jack-o'-lantern man said he was going to cruise over to the 99-cent store after he got off shift and maybe pick up the Nazuki model.
Oh, I'm sorry I missed that conversation.
Hold on. I have a text coming in.
Yeah, no problem. We'll just pause the show and create some dead silence on the radio while you look into that text message.
Fire signs. I tell you, that's a great review. Carmen wrote, "The Yoni lady came to me before she made me. LOL. I won't squeal like the angel out of Harlem. All dressed in white, she changed the way I think of my..." I can't say that word on the radio. Right?
No!
Her rituals. I told all my lady friends, don't miss out. Invest with the Yoni lady before the feds catch up with her.
The fads?
Oh, it's just a little tax problem I've got.
I mean, with reviews like this, and of course being able to say you were the dedicated in-house Yoni lady at the world-famous Remus Helms Cosplay Ostrich Ranch, you could start touring the Yoni circuit and make millions overnight, maybe even get your own reality TV show.
Reality TV? I am afraid the Yoni is spiritual. The Yoni lady can't be sold out by the hype of Hollywood and the glitter of appearing on network TV nobody watches anymore.
Maybe Netflix would be better suited for the adult content of the series entitled The Yoni Lady. Maybe they'd hire me as their chief writer. I mean, no, I wouldn't want to sit in on those Yoni sessions. I'm not a pervert.
I don't mind having my side gigs, the pampering parties at the Ritz-Carlton, but the job security I thought I had at the Cosplay Ostrich Ranch, that can't be matched.
What about the prestige?
Working for Remus Helms, giving cosplay actresses Yoni massage, it was a Yoni woman's dream come true.
Look, business models change. I mean, now in the case of Remus Helms Cosplay Ostrich Ranch, I personally think they'll be at a loss without the Yoni lady. All things totally bizarre and sexual. I mean, they should have a hand over there. I mean, they should have their hand in those places. Bad choice of words, considering the subject matter.
I feel the same way all my friends must feel over in Irwindale. Toxic smoke has billowed out of those beer bottles since 1980, and they're moving the Miller/Coors factory to where it rightfully belongs in Texas, where they believe in pollution, and Colorado, where they believe in cannabis. So much cannabis. It's a contact eye when you go to the dentist. I'd never give a Yoni massage in Colorado. No, sorry.
Oh, I'm glad to hear you're anti-drugs.
The Yoni feels medical claims should not be made where medical claims are not due.
Oh, excuse me, but you touted those Yoni massages as having all sorts of medical benefits. Say, is there any scientific proof any of your claims are true?
Let me get back to you on that.
Okay, it's been a few hours. Is there any scientific proof?
My name is really Yoni.
What's your name?
I'm serious. Really, my name is Yoni.
Do you have a last name?
Lady is my last name. I know it's a formal title. In England, my parents were Puritans.
Did you know lady as a title in England?
My parents were born a long time ago.
How long were your parents born if they were Puritans? The Puritan era ended by the 18th century.
I feel all turned around.
Yeah, that's probably how those bored housewives feel when they're done getting a Yoni massage.
L'expérience Yoni élargit sa sexualité.
It does?
Lorsque les femmes font au massage, elles ressentent différemment leur vagin.
Oh, do those feelings last?
Avez-vous entendu la phrase « Avant une fois que vous êtes noir, vous êtes retournerez jamais ».
Yeah, I've heard that phrase.
Should we translate?
God, no. That would be a disaster. Someone might actually know what we're talking about.
I guess they could replace the dialogue of the Karl Gerber with a K channel on YouTube and translate.
Elio Vana?
Could you translate that? I don't speak the Spanish.
All the radio listeners have to do is look at the subtitles. They'll know what we're talking about.
When they're listening to the radio on the AM dial?
Yeah, I mean, how else would they see the subtitles?
Let me look.
I don't. No, that was like wholesale. Oh, listen, man, it's wholesale.
Okay, so when you listen to that radio show, can't you see the subtitles? You know, I think you can. Oh, right. Yes. Yeah, I see the subtitles.
Yes, me too.
Look, we can't please everyone. Well, maybe the Yoni lady can. I mean, we just heard too many commercials and countries. Too many here.
Yeah. I guess if they fire me because of the new law, then I can do a pop-up Yoni sauna in Iran.
Well, that isn't safe.
I just sorted my de-escalate tensions over there.
Oh, it might.
Do you do any business in the Middle East?
Our internet statistics show Pakistanians listen the longest in the Middle East, but there are more Saudis listening, followed by Jordanians in the Middle East.
I didn't know this was such an international show.
Oh, yeah, we got 132,000 internet listeners a month, and only about 20% of them are in the U.S. A lot of them are in all kinds of countries, the Philippines, Turkey, Canada, and France.
Why do you think that is?
I'd hate to think they're bigger perverts than us in those countries that are listening. I mean, India and Indonesia make up more listeners than the people who are listening in the United States. I mean, and we've got a lot of people listening in Germany, too. And I think I get that. It's a cross. It's a cross between Payback and the fact that they are looked upon as the free world these days, and we aren't. Yoni lady, do you have any final words?
Release, recharge, and live the Yoni experience.
You know, I don't think I'm going to be living that experience. I don't know. Remus Helms has got stuff saying he's a bizarre guest. And during the week, please call me during normal business hours at the office. 877-525 for a real employee lawyer. 877-525-0700 for the original employee lawyer. That's me since 1993. I have about 15 offices in California. 877 525 if you've had a traumatic experience at work and you actually need to sue. And rest assured that if I represent you, the witnesses on the other side will sound as bizarre as the guests on this show. I will make them sound that way when they lie. I don't know if they'll talk in 2 or 3 different languages or dialects, but they might, because that's what happens when I cross-examine. So this is Talk Radio 790 KBC. Next week, 7 p.m. on Saturday, for the Karl Gerber Workplace Lawyer Show. Have a wonderful week of workplace abuse.
My number one client is John Travolta. Heaps of people book me in all the time. The guy who bloody rings the most, John Travolta.
This show furnished by Karl Gerber and Employment Lawyers Group.